What's up YouTube? This is TCA Gaming. This video we're going to go through a small amount of PSA returns. Again, not enough to do a video in itself. Some PSA purchases, as well as a pretty nice PSA trade. Some other things that I bought, and maybe even open up a few packs at the very end. But we'll just see where we get to. So first we'll start off with the main non-PSA stuff. Carlos, he was the guy who sold me a Top Sun set. I showed that to you guys a little while back. These are printed and it says 1995. The release should have been actually 1997. Both of these sets, they were supposed, or I think he said at least one of the sets was supposed to be really nice. These cards are really delicate. You got to be very careful when handling them. I re-sleeved some of them myself, but upon inspection of looking at the cards, there were some obvious issues. I'm going to just show you the Charizards. Maybe you can spot it and you can kind of see, because I mean, if you're looking straight at this card, you don't see anything wrong with it. Now, if you pull it out, it takes a minute or two to find, you know, where the damages are. Okay, so look on his body right there. See that? Where the way it's flashing right around there, there's a dent. So that dent is going to automatically take this down to about a 5. Anytime you see one of those. And if you're just looking at this card straight on, I mean, it's out of the case. I mean, it's in light. It looks nice, you know. Even right there, I mean, unless you're just looking at it specifically, you don't know that that's going to be damaged. Backside, I mean, it is so hard to see any damage from the backside. I don't care what kind of light you have on it. The backsides always look nice. So you have to flash that front side, and you have to flash it pretty hard. I'm going to show you the other Charizard as well. And this is the big card. I mean, this is the one that if you get in gem at 10, I mean, it's worth thousands of dollars. Okay, so again, we're looking at it straight on. You don't really see anything, but this one's a little bit more obvious, I think. You can see it right here. It's a pretty decent sized dent. And you know, it actually extends down to the bottom too. Almost like an M right there. And what that does is, like, PSA's going to catch that one for sure. I mean, it's plausible that they'd miss that, but I would know that it's not a 10. So for something like this, again, it's going to drop it down to a PSA 5, which the price on it is, you know, significantly less. You know, maybe $100, $150 if it's encased, and then without the case, I mean, you're still probably looking at about $100 max. So I mean, not sure this one's worth grading or not, but I may end up grading them just so I can see how I'm like reviewing these to see if I'm accurate. This is a completely different type or style of card than a regular Pokemon card, and if I'm going to start getting these in more regularly, and people, I mean, there have been some people submitting. Someone submitted a Top Sun Flareon to me. I want to be able to give them accurate raw reviews, because for the most part I didn't find a single 10 in this. There was a couple 9 possibles, several 8s, lots of 7s, and then mostly 6 and below. But they look great. I mean, these are almost, I mean, they'd be great binder sets. Okay, so next up, here's some of these PSA returns I was telling you about. Just a few cards, nothing too crazy. And normally I would post this on Patreon first, but just because I think it's only 13 cards. Here we go. We got a full art Freeze Bolt Japanese Cresselia level X. Then we've got this full art Thunderous EX. You got Blaziken FB level X, and that's an 8. Maybe we'll put some of these 10s in the background. I won't do too many of them. I don't want to cover up the boxes. Then we got Terrakion, another 8. Got the Keldeo with the 10. That card was pretty broken on the English side anyways, from Boundaries Crossed. Got the White Kyurem EX, mint 9. Celebi EX, gem mint 10. That's a nice one. I like the color. We'll cover up Cresselia with that one. There's good old Bianca, gem mint 10. This is an Arceus, or this one's Advent of Arceus on the Japanese side. But you got the Charizard, gem mint 10, first ed, and then we have another Charizard G level X, gem mint 10. I've got a few of those up on eBay right now. Here's Sharon, gem mint 10. Then we have the Black Kyurem to match up with the White Kyurem, and then we have Tornadus EX, which was really good in Dex as well. Next up, I have a small purchase. I'm going to start off with a WotC First Ed PSA 9 Scissor. One of my favorite cards. I always like the fact that down here it says this attack does 20 damage times the number of heads, but always had 20 plus. That was something that they never corrected. And then we have some EX series hollows. Got a 9 on that Articuno, a 9 on the Moltres, an 8 on the Zapdos, and you can tell they've got that shattered foil from Fire Red Leaf Green. But we won't stop there. We do have the Gyarados EX. We have the Gengar EX, which many of you have heard me talk about when I sold this card for $17, not the Mint 9, but just an ungraded version. It was one of the turning points in my Pokemon career for me to decide, hey, you know, this is something that I could probably do for a living. Next up, Clefable EX, also got the 9. Electrode, got both Mr. Mimes, the 110 and the 111, something like that, I guess. From EX Dragon, we got Dragonite EX. I get requests probably for Dragonite more than any other card. Just from Team Rocket, Fossil, you know, anything that's, you know, not like a newer black and white XY Sun and Moon kind of type card. Got Aerodactyl EX, got Lapras moving back into Ruby and Sapphire, the original EX series. Then we have Salamence EX from Power Keepers, which was the final EX series. And we have Typhlosion EX from Sandstorm. There we go. Lots of good 9s, just solid grades, solid cards. Nothing too crazy or expensive or out of reach. If you're looking for any of those, look on my eBay or, you know, send me a message. Next up, I'm proud to own these. We have a Kabutops Gem Mint 10. And what kind of scared me about these is it was in the 20 millions, you know, for the search. A lot of times this stuff is loosely graded, but I think they did a pretty good job on this one. This is a pretty solid 10. So I was happy to get that one. And then next up, here's a big one. We have Articuno, another big one. Check that one out. And again, it's the same thing. I was a little hesitant, but I think this one guy graded them both, and the condition looked really, really nice. I was happy to get that one in there. I think I have, I know I have the Zapdos. I believe I have the Moltres as well, but Articuno's tough to get. I still need Gengar and Dragonite, I think. And then I may be getting, I might be finishing up my Fossil set. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, no, I need Lapras too, which is becoming a much bigger one. So here's a trade that I'm doing. I have this Rayquaza Gold Star. There's Mint 9. Gotten so many offers for that card. And we have a Charizard Gold Star, Mint 9. Also have an Umbreon Gold Star, Mint 9. I mean, that's a handful of cards right there. Now there's also supposed to be, I believe it's a Torchic Gold Star, Mint 9. But for some reason I can't find the Torchic Gold Star. I'm hoping it was Mudkip, because I have Mudkip for whatever reason. And if it was Torchic, then I'm going to have to find a way to either make up the missing amount that we'd agreed to for the trade, or send him something else that he'll like to complete the trade. But these are 3 Gold Star PSA 9s that I'm trading. You know, definitely 3 of the biggest ones that you can get from any EX pack. I mean, this is Pop Series 5, but still, people want that Umbreon Gold Star. Rayquaza Gold Star Gem at 10 is ridiculously high. And then the Charizard, people just love Charizard. And the 10 on it is up there as well. And then, just think, I'm trading all 3 of these, plus it's supposed to be the Torchic Gold Star Mint 9 for just 1 card. And that 1 card is this one. It's the Charizard Gold Star, but in Gem Mint 10 condition. So, I mean, you're looking at, you know, these two. And unless you look really hard, you're not going to be able to tell, you know, much difference between the condition on each of the cards. I think it's that little white speck down there, pretty much. Maybe and a little white speck on that corner too. So this one does not have that. It's a solid 10. So those 2 little white specks are making me cough up a pack fresh Rayquaza Gold Star Mint 9, an Umbreon Gold Star Mint 9, and then a Torchic, hopefully Mudkip Gold Star or something equivalent, because I don't have the Torchic or it's been misplaced somewhere. Those 2 little white spots for this one. But that's the premium that people pay to have something in the most top-notch mint condition that you can get. So hopefully that trade goes through. Now, that's pretty much it for the purchases and trades. I want to open up 3 more Evolutions booster packs. It's just a little added bonus onto this video if you want to see some of that. I really want... Let me get the code card away. Oh, cool. Let's turn around so neither one of us can see it. I'm really hoping for just any kind of Charizard. Charizard EX, Charizard Holo, you know, something like that. It'd be pretty cool. The Charizard holographic card from this set has the most potential for value. I think the holo is over $100 for sure. I mean, it was $300-400 at one point. But like the full art Mega Charizard EX, I mean, $70-80. Cool. We got us a reverse holo Growlithe, and we got a holo Hitmonchan. Much upgraded version compared to the original Hitmonchan. Man, look at all those stars in the background. Does have part of the original holo pattern. That's pretty cool. Wow, it's like loaded. There we go. There's another code for somebody. 1, 2, 3. See if we can get us another holo in this video. Good old reverse holo switch and Farfetch'd. This should have never been a rare. It was kind of lame as an uncommon. Alright, and there's the final code card. 1, 2, 3. This one looks a little thicker. I'm going to say it's an EX or a full art. Nidorino. Porygon, solid, uncommon, downgraded to a common. Reverse holo Dugtrio and Slowbro EX. That was kind of anticlimactic, but we did pretty good. 2 holos, 3 packs. Good way to end it. Thanks, guys.